Hey guys, Bose here, and same Bose who lost 5 seance yesterday in this same discussion. So today we are going to see CAD and 3D printing. Most of the people have this had no idea what is CAD. So see, in simple terms, CAD is nothing but computer aided design. We design things with the assistance of computer. Basically, I can put this other way, like designing for 3D printing. You know, guys, what is 3D printing? Is nothing but uh, printing objects. Okay. So let's before starting anything, let's see what is CAD. CAD is a computer-aided designing software, or shortly known as CAD, and it is used by designers and engineers to create 3D objects and 3D objects, and that can be manufactured. And what is 3D printing? 3D printing is nothing but the process of manufacturing a what? See, what is there's something called a 3D printer is different and 3D printing is different. 3D printing is a process. Okay, so 3D printing process, what kind of process? It's nothing but laying down successive layers to print to what? To create something. Like let's say for example, for real life example, if you take a building, how do they build a building? Like laying bricks on top of one. So same like the 3D printing process goes on. And here's a fun fact. I'll share some fun fact. Before learning something, you should know why you should learn something. Basically, what are the benefits? So, reason to learn CAD, it develops spatial reasoning skills. So, what is spatial reasoning skills? If you ask me, spatial reasoning skills is a category of reasoning skill where you think of a 3D object and draw a conclusion even without having much information about it. I'm thinking of 3D object and I can draw a conclusion even without having a proper idea about that 3D object. And CAD is fun. You heard it right, it's not a network issue. CAD is fun. So how? It helps people to understand and maths much more in an easy and interactive way. In CAD is full of math. See, trust me, guys, I'm a guy who got literally zero in maths, but I am still able to design something using CAD software. It is literally fun. And CAD helps one to pursue passion projects. So, what is passion projects? Nothing but let's imagine a scenario. Okay, let's imagine a scenario. You are in an awesome Sunday morning. So you woke up in an awesome Sunday morning, and you plan to arrange a party, a tea party, or something in the evening, and you plan to cook some cookies, and you have this old boring cookie cutter like old boy who will let's have something in change. What if you know to design your own cookie cutter and able to print it with the affordable 3D printer and make your awesome cookies for the party? Great, right? So the fourth point, CAD opens up new career opportunities. So what is that? See, I'm yet to join a college. Okay, still I know. See, just like graphic designing, web designing, and most importantly, it is not for why people are not aware with CAD is it is mostly used by engineers and designers, product designers. And if you know CAD, and for example, I'm a mechanical engineer. Okay, I'm a mechanical engineer. If I know CAD, if I know how to work with CAD, I get an edge over other engineering people. So we are seeing why learning CAD. So why should we learn 3D printing? Guys, here is the point. Creative inventors and innovators. In this scenario, we need inventors and innovators in order to enhance our community, not somebody who mugs and comes in a exam hall. And if we know how to design, if we know how to invent things, and 3D printing is one of the best way to learn and change the world, making everything hands-on. So how making everything hands-on? Because you can actually 3D print something. You can just within hours you can actually print something you're seeing in computer and you can feel it within hours. And third point, solving real-world problems. That is why 3D printing is considered as more cutting-edge, upcoming awesome technology. What is solving real-world problems? Here's an example from COVID situation. Okay, so initially when the COVID situation started, hospitals ran out of ventilators. So ventilators is nothing but it's a machine which pumps air to the lungs, like oxygens. And they were out of ventilators. There were no ventilators, they were running out of ventilators. So what makers and engineers around the world came up with a simple solution. They designed a wide connector, more like acts like a 3D printing ventilator, more like a ventilator, and it can be 3D printed. I designed, let's see how amazing this. Somebody from France designed it, and somebody from India or inside India can able to access to that thing and print it and can actually save a life. So I just said what is CAD, and I haven't mentioned what are the types of CAD. So there are two types of CAD. One is 2D CAD. So what is 2D CAD? 2D CAD is simply you cannot do 3D designs in 3 dimensions. You only do 2-dimension diagrams of an object. It's more preferable. It is called 2D drafting, which is more preferable for manufacturing. And 3D CAD. Whoa. So within minutes we are going to work in our 3D CAD software. So guys, I said a process. I said what is 3D printing is a process and 3D printer is a machine. So what are the type of 3D printing? So there are basically fundamentally there are 3 types. One is SLA, one is SLS, and third of all is FDM. So what is SLA? See guys, there's an interesting fact. SLA is one of the first type of 3D printing technology that was invented. And it was invented in mid 1980s and by Dr. Joseph, and lately bought by 3D Systems. SLA is one of the SLA is called stereolithography. So it is nothing but it uses photopolymers as materials to print objects. So photopolymer is nothing but when that material is exposed to UV, it gets solidified. And selective laser sintering. Selective laser sintering, you can in word itself you can find it out. Laser, it uses laser as its printing method. It just laser shoot on a powder bed, and after shooting laser it gets solidified. So FDM, guys, what is FDM? FDM is fused deposit modeling. It is most commonly used 3D printers in the world. It is most affordable 3D printer, and it is available for like around 20,000 to lakhs, 3 lakhs. And there are so many free CAD softwares. If you are a student, you can apply for Fusion 360 student license. It is now valid for for 1 year. and we have FreeCAD, Tinkercad, and SketchUp on chip. So the interesting fact about Autodesk Tinkercad and on chip is you don't need download that software. You don't need to check your system configuration. If you have a good internet, then you are fine to go. And here we have AutoCAD. It is king of CAD software. And see, guys, is a awesome fun fact. AutoCAD and Tinkercad and Fusion 360 are made by or manufactured by one single company, Autodesk. And no further ado, let's get started with Fusion. Today we are going to make an awesome Raspberry Pi case. And if I'm not wrong, this is Raspberry Pi 4. And this is the user interface. And this is the commands. And I'm going to create from scratch. And let me save this first. Demo. Okay. So, guys, if you want something, if you want to design something, just check whether it is already available. So, this Raspberry Pi is already a pre-made one. I downloaded it from GrabCAD. I downloaded it from from GrabCAD. And don't waste your time building something which is already there. I mean, you can use this to make enclosures. You need not waste your time building this and building enclosures. So I downloaded this and I uploaded in Fusion 360 using this upload option. So now what I'm going to do is open a new file and gonna insert this into this current design. So right click, insert into current design. Cool. So as a link file. So link file is you can use it as a reference. You cannot edit this. Whereas if you go into this file, you can edit this. Got it? Okay. So let me set the origin first for the dimensions. And the inner shell thickness will be 3 mm. So I am bringing this Raspberry Pi a bit like above the origin. So this is the origin. We see closer the origin planes here. So this is the origin, XYZ origin, and I'm bringing it top of ZX origin. Let's make it 6. Okay, so fine. It is above the origin, and this is a reference. So guys, that's it. It's got. What I'm going to do is drop down here, micro SD. I'm going to hide this and close this. Create sketch bottom line. I'm going to continue with this same. Select top view and create rectangle, center rectangle. I'm going to place this at the center point, and this will have a dimension of 64 into 93. So the width will be 64 and the height will be 93 mm. I'm hitting tab to log this dimensions and hitting enter. Cool. So this is 2D sketch. Whatever you do, you need a 2D diagram. So from here, how to create this is where magic happens. Create, exclude, E for exclude. Remember hotkeys, guys. If you remember hotkeys, it will be easy for you to design something. Okay. Define sketch pane. I suppose I haven't moved this. Let me move this component. Six mm. Yeah, fine. Gotcha question. Again, this is going to be 64 and 93. So create, exclude, and let me have it 30 mm. Okay, so we cannot see what is really inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the opacity of this body, right click and opacity. I'm going to set it by 30. Yeah, that's fine. See, it's cool. And now this box looks fine, but I need some modifications. Like let's keep fillet. So modify fillet. Before that, I just want to select the lines, not the faces. See guys, this is what's called line, and this is called face. I don't want to select the face and apply fillet. What I'm going to do is select. I'm going to select and select by priority. Select its priority. So it will help us to select only the edges in the first place. Here for fillet, I'm going to select this, and all the corners, the edges. Let me give it like 1. Okay, 1.5. Cool. So I made a little fillet. Let me make a shell commit because this is solid. We cannot place Raspberry Pi inside a solid surface. We need a hollow surface. So for that, I'm going to modify shell and click this body, and I'm going to shell out for 3 mm. Shell out, if I make shell out for 3 mm, the wall thickness will be 3. For demo purpose, I'm showing you inspect cost. So this is what shell out. Before shell out, after shelling out. This. Okay, we made a box. I mean, not even a box, a rectangle with some hollow space in it. But how can we place this? We need a cap or opening to place this, right? So before that, we'll just design. We'll cut some portions for this USB ports. For that, I'm going to create sketch. I'm selecting this face. And what I'm going to do is I need this. I mean, I need a rectangle. So tracing this out is not possible. So what I'm going to do is inspect cross section, section analysis. I'm going to click this out. Yeah, I need this portion. Okay, fine. So I'm going to P for project or create project. Here is a object project. And basically, guys, what is project? Project is nothing but it actually finds like what's like projector. Projector is a device that projects light resource on a wall. For example, it is not precisely, but it is how it works. So same like it projects this profile on this. So let's keep it this as light, and this light will be projected on this wall. P for projection, and I'm gonna project this. So I projected this. What I'm gonna do is make an offset. So offset is nothing but spacing of 1. Yeah, that's fine. Go for offset again. Unfortunately, Fusion doesn't allow you to select multiple sketches to give offset. I'm filling it -1 offset. Again, go for offset 1 mm. Fine. So finish sketch. Finish sketch. I'm gonna turn dual on this body again and dual of this analysis. E for extrude or create extrude. I'm gonna select this profile, this profile, this profile, this profile, and this profile. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag this back to make a cutoff. So guys, as this body is linked, we cannot edit this. As I said before, we cannot edit this. So fear not, we can exclude this. This won't get this won't apply on any of these bodies of Raspberry Pi. So we made a cut. So opening for this USB ports and for Ethernet cable. So now we need an opening for this HDMI and USB port and an audio jack. So what I'm going to do is simply I'm going to make a rectangle cut. Don't make your design too much complicated. And I'm going to make a simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the same step. Cross section analysis. Cancel this. Do all of this and inspect cross section. Little closer. Yeah, fine. That's fine. So I'll keep this edge as reference to make the rectangle. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna project this line. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna start a rectangle from here, and I'm gonna. Okay. And this is not a 90-degree. So what I'm gonna do is this is a perpendicular constraint. What it does is it makes sure that your design is perpendicular in angle. L for line. I'm making a line from here. So let's make it and join it again. Okay. So fine, we made a rectangle. What I'm going to do is give some spacing. This is exactly takes this profile of this micro USB. We don't want that. So I'm giving a spacing of -1. So -1, yeah, minus 0.5 was fine. Okay. Finish sketch and turn off this analysis. E for exclude, or you can go again. Create exclude -5. Okay. So this we made a basic opening for this audio jack and HDMI and USB. So we need USB. I mean, we need a SD card to insert the OS and other stuff. So I'm going to give a open here, same like what I did with previous one. Inspect cross section analysis. Yeah, that's fine. So we to project this. Project this out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a 2-point rectangle, create a rectangle, 2-point rectangle from here to here. So then I'll make an offset. Its outer profile. Yeah. Let's give 0.5. That sounds fine. 0.5 and make a L. Sketch. And again, what I'm going to do is exclude. E for exclude. Exclude this profiles. So I'm going to turn off this cost analysis. So we clearly made a slot for the SD card. So what I'm going to do is give some select. So because you're going to put a fingers here, your fingers might get hurt. Give a fillet. It gives more spacing for that to insert SD card. Okay. So everything is fine. So let's give our opening for this display port. That is what we call it, right? Yeah. Yeah. So which one is display for like we use? Okay. So then, okay, then we'll give 2 slots. Section analysis, and again, so it's convenient for us to see those things. P for projection, I'm going to project this and project this. Okay. So let me give a 2-point rectangle from here to here, and again a 2-point rectangle from here to here. So basically what I'm going to do is make an offset, click change selection. Change selection is nothing but selecting a profile continuously. I'm gonna create, like, I'm gonna flip it. Like, so flip it is nothing but -1. So here you're gonna have it. This dimensions are totally imaginary. If you want it slight, I mean, if you want it like too thin, yeah, you can design a case like that. Just keeping it for a demo purpose. One demo. So what I'm going to do is turn off this analysis and give a cut here. I suppose we don't need this much spacing, but for demo purposes, I'm just keeping it as 1 because we use flexible cables, right, to connect things. So just, and I'm gonna give a fill rate again. 0.5 would be fine, or 0.1 because it's just cable going through this opening. So 0.1 or 0.2, yeah, that's fine. So I need a different, I mean, let's keep it sample. This rectangle looks odd, so we need something, you know, good looking. Not good looking, some style. I'm gonna give it 2. Basically, sample, and we made a cut here. Okay, everything is fine. So what we are missing is we haven't made any enclosure. Enclosure is nothing but I mean, 2 different parts that can close. I mean, you can keep things in. So there's no opening for it. What I'm going to do is constraint, construct plane, mid plane. So mid plane is nothing but it gets you to separate a body in equal of, like, I need a plane between this in a mid. So I'm choosing this plane as reference and this face as reference. So this is the mid. This is the exact mid of this body. So what I'm gonna do is split this body. Let me hide this. I'm gonna split this body because this is one body. We need 2 bodies. So modify split body and body to split. I'm gonna select this case and splitting to. I'm choosing this constraint plane that we just made. Okay, cool. So we made 2 bodies, but this is not enough because there is no we cannot stay together. They are just 2 rectangles. So we are going to make a snap fit. So let's make it. Let's make a cut first. Turning on the raspberry, and I need a small opening here so that the snap fits here. The joint fits here, and okay. And I don't want to disturb. I don't want to touch any of the components. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this. Let's hide this. I'm going to keep this USB port as reference. So P to project as reference. I'm going to create a line. I'm going to create a line somewhere here. Okay, let's make it 4 mm. So, and I need a gap of 3 mm, or you can choose it whatever you want. Let's make it 3. So what I'm going to do is to determine the dimensions between these lines, D for dimension, or create, you can create, go to create and where's it? Yeah, here, sketch dimension. I'm gonna click this line and this line. I need a distance of 3. So okay, I'm gonna create a center rectangle, a center rectangle. I'm gonna pick this point as my center. So this will be 2 and this will be 6. So how 6 means, like, your this is a center of the rectangle. So if I give 6, yeah, it divides. Enter. And this is the slot. Let me make it a bit wider. 3M. Yeah, that's fine. So free sketch, exclude, if I exclude, and up to this, extend to object distance. Turn off this construction frame, and yeah. So this is slot, and let me make a joint. So this is just a slot where you place those joints in order to combine these bodies together. So I'm going to make a plane here. So plane, and I'm going to select this object, and I want nothing to and select this and create sketch. So now I need to sketch on mid of this thing, not here. So when you see this sketch palette, there's an option for slice. So slice is nothing but it actually slices the model. I'm clicking it, it slice. Why I use cross-section analysis? If you wonder, there's an option called slice. Why didn't I use this? Because the slice option only works where you apply the sketch. Let's say here, you're designing something here, okay, and you want to see through this. If you click slice, it only shows the cross-section area of this thing, not here. P for projection. I'm gonna project this and turn off the sketches. I'm gonna project this line and this line. Okay. I made a projection. So let me make a width of 2 mm. Okay. P for project. I'm gonna project this. Printed tool. Yeah. And length of 10 mm. Okay. And this line is going to be 6 mm. Sorry, 6, yeah, 6 mm. And again, I'm going to go here to 2 and I'm going to bring a line here and join this. That's it. So this will be a half joint. I'm going to click finish sketch. So I'm going to exclude this. E for exclude, and with this it can, and hide this body. So we don't need this body. So I'm going to hide this. I'm going to keep it like 4 mm. Fine. 5 works fine. Okay. So we made a joint and a cut, but this won't work. So in order to make a article design, we need to apply fillets. I'm gonna apply fillet. I'm gonna chamber. This will 1.5 fine. Good. Okay. And again chamber. Point 0.5. Okay, cool. So I need a cost analysis. Okay. So here's the sketch. I need a fillet here. So 0.5 sounds fine. Okay, 0.5. I just need a correction. There's a correction. I'm gonna keep this like 5.5. Yeah. And I need okay. So I'm gonna hide this. Okay, guys. We came to end of this design. Let me show you. So we just made it, right? And this looks odd. I mean, in order to add some strength here, we are going to give a fillet. Give a fillet of 1.5 and chamber. Let's give a chamber. Modify chamber. Let's give it 0.5. 1. Okay. And yeah, but we haven't made here. We haven't made this hole and joint here. So Making some snacks will take you time. So there's an option called mirror. Create and mirror. And unfortunately, you can mirror the object, not the modified thing, model like fillet or chamber. You can mirror the objects like the exclude command or the loft or the wall, any kind of command you can mirror it, but unfortunately you cannot mirror the modified things like fillet or chamber. So I'm gonna pattern type, I'm gonna set it as feature, and I'm gonna select this, and mirror plane will be the mid plane of this. Yeah, fine. So let me check what. Okay. Uh, so I gave a 0.5. Okay, I gave a fillet of 0.5. So what I'm going to do is F for fillet, and here select this line, and it will be 0.5. Okay. And I'm going to mirror this again, mirror and feature. I'm going to mirror this feature. And I'm going to select this mirror, this plane as mirror option. Okay. So fine. So I gave a chamber. So let me give a chamber of 1, and again chamber, modify chamber, and it will be 0.5. Okay, sounds fine. So guys, we are done with it. No, not yet. Just fillet, and this will be 1.5. Sorry, 0.5. And chamber will be 0.5 on the both sides. No, 1. Yeah. So we are done with the design, but one more is remaining. What it is called rendering options. So basically, if you are designing something for your client or your friend, you cannot just show them this design and ask them to review this. And what you can do is you can send them pictures, stills of your design. I'm gonna set this back at 100 to normal, and this one I'm gonna set opacity again to 100. Cool. So this is a simple. We forgot something. So what we forgot is a small thing which helps you to place this design in a fixed place. I'm gonna P for project and select this place and offset like 1, -1. I'm gonna exclude this to 2 mm. Okay, I'm gonna fillet this corners, select this and 1. No, not 1. 0.5. Okay. 2 bodies. So we made no opening or cut for this thing that we just made. So what I'm going to do is modify. I'm going to combine. This will be our target body and this will be our true body. We are going to cut our spacing, keep pulse. We just made a cut. It was not before, and after combining those and gave a cutting, we are able to give a spacing. So fine, okay, we're done with everything, and except A for appearance, we'll give a plastic, duplicate this, and black. No black. No. Okay. Again, I'm gonna delete this. Okay. So on top of this, I plan to place a symbol, a Raspberry Pi symbol. Just a minute. Insert. So if you want, you can download a SVG version of this icon in any website for free. Be sure you download SVG, not PNG or EPS. So I already downloaded. I'm going to insert this. Insert SVG. I'm going to pick this face and insert this. Okay. I'm going to scale this out. Take this. I'm going to place this. Yeah, that looks fine. Finish sketch. E for extrude. I'm going to extrude this. 0.5. Yeah. I'll keep it as new body for rendering purpose. A for appearance again. I'm gonna click this, turning into that. Okay, fine. So we made a simple Raspberry Pi case within a hour. I mean, it would take me hardly 20-30 minutes to doing this. As I'm teaching, it took me 1 hour. This might take, yeah. The thing is, it might take around 5 hours or 6 hours. It depends on the lay height. Yeah, in fill. And it is like, I would recommend you to keep like, I mean, 0.5, print it at 0.1 mm, which is the finest of all layers, among all layers. And print it with the 15% density. That would be fine. That would take around like 6 hours or 8 hours. I'm saying the minimum 8 or 6 hours. Nylon, yeah, nylon is the best material to print such cases. Printing it. If you use a PLA, polyethylene, or ABS, such kind of materials, it is waste of time and waste of money. It will break off because it cannot withstand the stress. I mean, we are stamping it right with the force. The material cannot withstand the stress. So we need to use nylon material to print this out. Uh, I would, if you are a maker, and there are so many open source 3D printers nowadays. Yeah, there are Yeah, this is a FDM 3D printer. This is a FDM 3D printer, and it uses plastic as its 3D printing material. Few, if you see closer, so there are so many open source 3D printers nowadays. Like you can build it with like 20,000 and more affordable and more like if you use high quality hot ends and build plates, it'll hardly take you like 19,000 or 30,000 to build a base printer for yourself. I would suggest you to now build printers, not buy. If you can, yeah, you can buy it. But building something is, you will eventually learn things, and you will eventually learn what is 3D printing is all about. Yeah, yeah. My printer costs on like 60,000. So if you want like a bigger dimension, like a 300 and 302, obviously you have to buy it. But if you want a printer like limited to 200 something like that, you can build it. So Prusa, if you go to Prusa, there's a Prusa i3. I suppose it's a Prusa i3, and this is an open source 3D printer. Yeah. So Prusa, you can either like do it by yourself or buy it. I mean, this is an app open source actually. So the parts and the necessary firmware, all these stuffs are available on internet. You can search them and design on your own and add a build. Basically. If you don't have a much high configuration computer, you can use a CAD software like Thinkercad or Onshape. So this is totally online based CAD software, and it'll like you'll also have the simulations for electronics, 3D design, and design this drop and drop. What do you call it? Drag and drop thing. So yeah, guys, the difference is Blender is more kind of a animation thing. Like it is precisely you can design, but it won't be that efficient as a CAD software. It is only for character designing and VFX stuff. We cannot design a character in Fusion. It is a nightmare. But you can design a character in Blender. You cannot, yeah, yeah. So the most of the 3D illustrations and VFX are made in Blender. So few CAD software is only for parametric designs. It is not for character designs. Yeah, yeah, fine. Cool base. Yeah. Government. No mention. Bye.